Yeah, I think it was a tough match today. But yeah, I'm still super proud of these couple of weeks. Yeah, I think today it was definitely a step up in level from the previous matches that I played. But I think I was still able to get quite close with her at some moments. So yeah.
Okay, very good. Questions?
Andy Sims from PA. Well played, Lily. There was a point in the second set where you'd obviously got under her skin a bit because she threw her racket to the floor. What do you? It was almost as if the match could have swung then. What were you thinking at that time?
I think that was it could have been a turning moment, like you said. I obviously went double break down, and I thought maybe I could get a bit closer, like level in the score. But unfortunately, I was never able to get to that point. I was always chasing in terms of the score, so I couldn't take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Neil McClellan from the Mirror. You said that was a step up. What's the biggest difference you feel out on court playing players you played before and when you're against a top 20 player? I
think, Belinda, she's got a very she takes the ball really early. She redirects the ball really well. So you do feel quite under pressure. But I think maybe one of the biggest things is she, at that level, you don't really get any cheap points. I think there were times for me where my intensity maybe dropped a little bit. I gave her some errors, and I think you just can't do that at that level.
Mike.
Mike, thanks from the Mail. Lily, you're obviously going to walk away from here with a lot more experience and a lot more money as well. Just wondering I know it's soon after the match, but what your sort of plan's going to be for the rest of the year and where you think you'll turn up next?
So my plan was to play in Japan. There's a 100k next week, but I'm in qualifying there, so we'll start this weekend, and then play a WTA the week after in Osaka, and then come back to Europe. I'm going to speak to my coach after this because I don't think I'll make it for the 100k. So either I could go just for the WTA in Osaka, or I'll go back to Europe and then play in a couple of weeks' time. I think there's like an ITF 60k in Portugal or something.
Simon Campbell's Glasgow Herald. Lily, Belinda said that she spoke to you at the net about your match when you were young. Must have been a nice moment.
Yeah, a really nice moment actually. After we shook hands, she said she remembered that as well. So it was nice to hear that.
Just what was in this whole week? What's the biggest thing you think you've learned about yourself and what you're capable of doing?
I think I've learned that if I put my level out there, then I have the game to cause really disrupt other players' games, because even today I felt like once I got into the points, I was able to play my game and kind of control the points pretty well. So I think I can take a lot of confidence from that.
Simon Briggs, Daily Telegraph. I know you guys are all sole traders basically, but have you had any sense of the wider kind of enthusiasm of the good results from the British camp? And are you proud of having started that off as well?
Yeah, I think it was great. I think it was about 7 Brits in the second round. I think we all push each other on, and it's great to see everyone doing well. I think it inspires everyone else. But unfortunately, I'm the first one to lose. It's been great to be a part of that.
Tamani Kara from The Guardian. Obviously, you've had a nice support group here, and also with Jodie being at your matches. When you go to the ITF events and other tournaments this year, will you be going on your own, or who would you be travelling with? And just in general, what is it like travelling alone to tournaments, and how do you handle that?
Traveling alone. I mean, I'm used to it because I've done it for a few years now. And I think at the ITF level, a lot of people travel on their own, so you don't feel like, you're the only one. And you kind of make friends, I guess, along the way. But yeah, going forwards, yeah, I think it would be great if I can take some support on the road. Unfortunately, actually, my coach, his wife's having a baby in October, so he won't be traveling too much end of the year. But yeah, maybe I could get help from other coaches or strength coaches and yeah, things like that. Because I need to keep working on my physicality. So yes, I need to try and train on the road.
Also, if it's possible, Belinda complimented your ability to take the ball early, and she said it felt like she was feeling a bit how players feel against her. Just wondering if that's how you've always played, or if that's something you've kind of had to develop over the years.
I think I've always played quite an early game, but maybe it's now that my physical side is kind of catching up, and I'm able to use a bit more like intensity and like my movement and stuff. But yeah, it's nice to hear that from her because yeah, she takes the ball very early. But yeah, it's good.
Stuart Fraser, The Times. I just wonder, obviously, you're not so used to competing at Grand Slams. It's your first main draw win overseas here. I just wonder if there was anything you particularly enjoyed off the court here at a Grand Slam that you'd really like to experience again in the future.
I don't know. I think it's just a really nice atmosphere, I guess, to be at a Grand Slam. You just don't get it at any other events. But yeah, off the court, I don't think I did too much. I mean, the days are really long here. We get here, I don't know, 9 a.m. and sometimes don't leave till 5, 6 p.m. So I haven't been able to do much off the court. But yeah, I've just really embraced the New York atmosphere, and it's I've really enjoyed my time here.